North-East Calgary. What's the first thing you think when you hear North-East Calgary?
Crime rate, traffic, cheap houses. When I told my friends I was house hunting in the Northeast, their reactions were interesting.
But here's the thing, does North-East Calgary really deserve that reputation? Or is there something deep down that people just aren't talking about?
Calgary police are investigating a fatal shooting that happened in the city's northeast Friday night. Police were called to a residence in the 200 block of Homestead Drive for reports of a man being shot.
North-East Calgary, home to over 3,500,000 people across Marlborough, Falcon Ridge, Saddle, Cityscape, Skyview, Savannah, and so much more.
The most diverse quadrant in Calgary.
Amazing food, lively festivals, and some of the most affordable homes in Calgary.
But for decades, it's been called Calgary's problematic area. Whether you go to the older parts up here in Falcon Ridge, Marlborough, Rundle, Whitehorn, or you go to the newer areas like Cityscape, Skyview, Savannah, Cornerstone, seems to be a problem.
Let's be honest, North-East Calgary does have its struggles. Traffic on 16th Ave and Deerfoot, nightmare. Highway access and city planning, not the best. Openness and green space, 0 to none.
And then there's also aging infrastructure. If you go to the newer neighborhoods, cookie cutter homes on 0 lots. And then crime rate, probably the highest. Crime rate in general has been going up in Canada. Anywhere you go, Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, wherever you go, crime rate is on the rise. And same thing with Calgary.
Let's go deeper. Why do people really avoid the Northeast? North-East Calgary has the highest number of immigrants in the city. Nearly 60% of residents were born outside of Canada.
And let's be honest, when people are avoiding Northeast, they're not always avoiding the bad roads or the crime rate. Sometimes they're just avoiding people that they know. They're avoiding newcomers who are still struggling, trying to figure their life out. I don't really mean this in a way of racism. So hopefully it's not racism, but these people are new to Canada. They're trying to figure life out, their lifestyle, their way of living, their income and their spending habits would be a lot different than someone who's been in Canada for years and years.
So I spent over a month actually exploring North-East Calgary, talking to homeowners, business owners, real estate agents, and what I found? Surprising. Redstone and Cornerstone, modern, affordable houses with great amenities. Skyview and Cityscape, beautiful parks and new development. The food scene, easily the best in the city. With one of the most rapidly available public transportation, people more willing to help than anywhere else in the city, the community collaborations, and cultural roots.
One of my clients recently moved to North-East Calgary and I asked them, hey, why did you end up picking North-East after we looked at almost everything? Their response was, we got twice of the house for half of the price than buying it in the Northwest. Fair enough. One of my realtor friends said, prices here are rising faster than most of the city. Investors are catching up.
4 of the 10 fastest growing communities, all in the Northeast. So here's the twist. What if the real reason people avoid North-East Calgary isn't Northeast at all? What if it's all about us, our biases, our need for a bad part of the town to compare ourselves to?
Every part of the city would have that one area people just look down upon. There could be something happening way back in the past and the reputation just carries forward throughout time. There's honestly nothing that really changes it.
North-East Calgary is changing and it's changing fast. New businesses popping up, more young families moving in.
And prices of some real estate has gone up by over 22% year over year.
And investors, they're paying attention. North-East Calgary isn't perfect. No part of the city is.
Maybe, just maybe, it deserves a second look.
Because here's the real question. What if the smart money isn't avoiding the Northeast, but rushing in before everyone else figures it out?
I'm not saying move to the Northeast, but at least have a look for yourself before deciding. And with that, I'm a licensed realtor here in Calgary. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing, give me a call, text, or email, and I'll make it happen. Once again, my name is Dillon, and I'll see you in the next one.